There's a quiet architecture to our lives, patterns we barely notice, yet they shape everything. We wake, we move, we decide, or do we? Most of what we call choice is actually automatic behavior. Repetition disguised as intention. When I first picked up The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, I wasn't looking for motivation, I was looking for proof. Proof that we're not just creatures of habit, that habits run your life only if you let them, and that you really can change your habits to change your life. This book forced me to look closely at my daily routines and how habits actually work, especially the habit loop, the cue, routine, reward cycle quietly shaping my days without me realizing it. I thought I understood how habits worked. I believed discipline was the answer. Push harder, try longer, force myself into better behavior, and eventually it would stick. But Duhigg dismantled that idea almost immediately. What surprised me wasn't just how powerful habits are, but how deeply they're wired into our neurology, and how elegantly they can be rewritten once you understand the system behind them. Charles Duhigg, a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist, spent years studying habit formation through neuroscience, psychology, corporate case studies, and personal transformation stories. This isn't just a book about self-improvement or personal growth. It's a map of the invisible machinery driving human behavior. The promise at the center of the book is simple but radical. If you understand the habit loop, you can break bad habits and build better habits, not through willpower, but through awareness and design. What really struck me about The Power of Habit was how accessible the science felt. Duhigg explains that habits live in a part of the brain called the basal ganglia, which allows behaviors to run on autopilot so our conscious mind can conserve energy. That's why you can drive home without remembering the trip, why you reach for your phone without thinking, and why bad habits feel so stubborn. Your brain isn't trying to sabotage you. It's trying to be efficient. Over time, behaviors get locked into loops. A cue triggers a routine. The routine delivers a reward, and eventually your brain starts craving the reward as soon as the cue appears. That craving is what makes habits feel automatic. Once I saw that pattern clearly, so many of my own behaviors suddenly made sense. But the most empowering part of the book isn't just understanding why habits exist, it's learning how to change them. Duhigg introduces what he calls the golden rule of habit change. You can't erase a habit, but you can replace the routine. Keep the cue, keep the reward, change the middle. If stress triggers the urge to drink and relaxation is the reward, the drinking itself isn't the real problem, it's just one possible routine. Swap it for something else that delivers the same reward. A walk, a conversation, a moment of stillness. That reframe was profound for me. It meant I wasn't broken. I just needed a better blueprint. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is the concept of keystone habits. These are habits that create ripple effects across your life. Duhigg shares the story of a woman who transformed her health, finances, and career by changing just one keystone habit. She quit smoking. That single decision shifted how she saw herself, and from that new identity, better choices followed naturally. It made me realize that not all habits are equal. Some habits quietly hold everything else in place. Duhigg also challenges how we think about willpower. He explains that willpower is like a muscle. It can get tired, but it can also be trained. The paradox is that the strongest form of willpower is building habits so strong that willpower is no longer required. You use discipline once to install the habit, and then the habit carries you forward. That insight changed how I approached both breaking bad habits and building better ones. They aren't separate battles, they're the same process, just aimed in different directions. What stayed with me most after finishing The Power of Habit was the sense of agency it gave me. Once you can spot the cue, name the craving, and consciously choose a new routine, you stop being a passenger in your own life. Change doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen perfectly, but it happens deliberately. And that makes all the difference. Imagine waking up months from now and realizing that the things you struggle with today, procrastination, distraction, unhealthy routines, have quietly loosened their grip. Not because you fought them relentlessly, but because you replaced them. Because you understood the loop. Because you made one small, intentional change and let it ripple outward. That's the real promise of this book. The Power of Habit doesn't just explain why we do what we do, it gives us the tools to redesign our days, our routines, and ultimately our future. And that future doesn't begin with massive change. It begins the moment you start paying attention to the patterns you've been living on autopilot. If this resonated with you, like and subscribe to WellReadClub for more book breakdowns and mindset insights that help you think deeper and live better.